Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Stepod and Son.
Hello and welcome to Steptoe and Son, a podcast based at Mews Cottage, 26A, Aldrum Lane, Shepherd's Bush. This is the home of the world's most famous rag and bone men, or as Harold would say,
Salvage Recovery Operative.
My name is Darren.
And I'm his co-host Si, also known as Two of the Three Comedians podcast that we co-host along with the amazing Tom from One Foot in the Podcast.
We plan to review episodes, chat to fans of the show, and maybe even chuck in the odd quiz. We hope you enjoy listening. Please check out the pod on Spotify, Insta, Twitter, and all other platforms. Good evening, Si. How are you?
Hey, mate, how you doing? I've just realised I've still got
yeah.
that background. Hang on.
I just was loving the Hammer House of Horror background.
I just need to change that. Hang on. See if I can find something else.
Yeah, I enjoyed that clip you sent me earlier. So was that from the Wuhan Open that's happening now, is it?
Yeah, it was today or something. It's Anthony Hamilton, who I didn't realise was still playing, and our mate Sean Murphy.
Yeah,
He,
he must be getting
if you're
on,
watching the green pocket, so there's a red, and then Hamilton goes to walk round, and the red drops in the pocket, and then he starts talking to Murphy, and then they sort of like ignore the ref. The refs just stood there, and they're going, "What do we do about that? Like, is it my go, your go?" And he's sort of saying, "No, I'd rather you did it." And you think, what's the point in the ref being there? She just stands there.
Yeah.
Did you notice the bloody noise in the background there? Cheers clattering, and there's something going on next door. Have a listen to it. That's ridiculous.
It sounds like one of them leisure centres they used to play at, like, was it Crawley or whatever, that Ronnie was very disparaging about.
Oh God, yeah.
You
couldn't do it yet. It was like,
they're doing a conference and there's people getting chained for badminton next door or whatever. And
yeah.
yeah,
They had that in the Newport one. I
crazy,
remember when they did the live arena upstairs. They had like the rowing and the running machines, and as they're playing
really,
like downstairs, you could hear the and it was they were
yeah.
all complaining about it, but it's nowhere near as bad as that Wuhan Open or
No,
whatever it's called.
yeah. That was yeah. I mean, I suppose the money's out there, isn't it? As we've said, so there's quite a big draw to take the game out there. We're back over there after COVID, but yeah, interesting.
Do you know you're sideways on, mate?
Shall I go front, Tom? Is that better?
Oh, that's better. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's better then. That's
I
all right.
I tend to leave it like that because when I watch videos, I just sort of, put it on that way for that.
Yeah.
That's better, mate.
That's all good.
Excellent. Yeah. Sorry. I bet you were a bit weird. I was talking like that, wasn't I?
Right, I am recording now, hopefully.
In Red Dwarf when they Series 6 they're upside down and they put like
Yeah.
eyeballs on the mouth and they're trying to pretend they're
on the chins.
Species. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Tarkadar.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh dear. Gosh.
Right, so yeah, I think welcome back everyone. Hopefully you've come back to us. But yeah, so we've decided now. So what was the last one we did? So it was Carry On
So
Screaming.
the Carry On Screaming, which had
to...
obvious links with Harry playing a starring role. Yeah, that was great. Good fun. I'd never seen it before, I don't think. So I don't remember seeing it anyway. So yeah, that was enjoyable to watch. Yeah, a bit of Mr. Corbett entering
good
the
fun,
Carry On world.
Yeah. I said hopefully I've edited that, mate. So I'm going to release that hopefully tonight. And then what do we do before that? We had the David Clayton interview.
We did, yeah. Hoping people are enjoying that because that was we enjoyed chatting to him, didn't we? I could have chatted to him for a lot longer, actually, probably.
Oh God, yeah.
Very interesting guy to talk to.
His book is out now, the John Inman book, and I'm free. So
yeah, I might put it on my Christmas list. Actually, I was thinking about that. Yeah, it would be interesting to read about him, and obviously the quality, the writing of the Wolf Bramble one. Makes you think. Well, actually, that's
yeah, and the attention to detail and the research he does is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of messages. I think 3 different sort of listeners have said to us, let's go back to the episodes. So what we've done, we picked 2 episodes tonight, as we usually do, and we do a little quiz at the end. And which one have you picked, Si?
The Bonds That Bind Us from Series 3. Yeah, I like all of Series 3, but this one it was between this and the wooden overcoats, and I think this clinches it because of the just the how to describe it. We'll see in the episode, but there's just some really, really good bits, some really funny bits in this one.
I do love this one. I quite often quote this one because it's season 3, episode 6, and it was originally aired Tuesday, February the 11th, 1964. And the synopsis for it is literally, it's just Albert wins £1,000 on the premium bonds, and he's intent on spending it himself. That's more or less it.
Yeah, that's it. Keeps it simple, doesn't it? But it does become an interesting premise. Just put my notes up. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, cool. And that's a great appearance from June Whitfield. Yeah, she's magnificent in it, isn't she? So we'll get to that presently. So.
Oi, Spartacus, don't come bursting in here while I'm working with dangerous apparatus. Yeah. I could have lost my nose in that.
I know what you want to bother with that laugh for. You never have any muscles.
I'm just taking precautions against running to fat. I'm at a very dodgy age.
Yeah.
My physique could slip away just like that.
Yeah, so we start off with Harold. I do like this because he's sort of, he's bought loads of like exercise kit and the equipment. God knows where he's got it. So what's he doing? Like back stretches here?
Yeah, Harry looks pretty tidy, doesn't he? Pretty buff. He's obviously looks after himself in real life, so there wasn't much needed there. But yeah, he's in good health here, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks. Was he? I'm trying to think now. Was he actually 39? Because I know he's perpetually 39 in.
Was he 20? So he's 20. He was born in 1925. Was he?
Yeah, 25.
That's about right. And this is 1964. So yeah, 39. Yeah, just shy of 40.
I can sympathise with him. He's got. I'm at a very dodgy age.
Like, yeah, physique could slip away just like that. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, the alternative is become muscle bound or desiccated like you. It's the
yeah.
So the old man's about to pick fault with his collection of gear. He's going to find something kinky in it, isn't he?
Everything he does, isn't it? No matter what he does, the old man's just going to pick holes in it. And
yeah, Wilford Bramble just looks. I don't know what it is about this episode. He just looks very Crow-like in this episode. Some of his movements as well. He has been compared.
It's the chin as well, isn't it?
It's the chin, isn't it? You're right. He's been compared with Jamie Vardy quite a lot, and I think this is one of the episodes that people take the screen grab from. But so yeah, he just picked up some sort of like what was it? It was some sort of. He said it was a whip, didn't he? But I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was like a handle with like tassels. I don't know what he'd use that for outside of the bedroom, but
that's it.
He's got it in the house clearance.
So he's going down the camera club, Harold, by all accounts. But before he goes, the old man wants him to check his premium bonds. Is it premium bonds? Yeah.
Yeah, that's I can remember like when I was a kid, I remember great grandparents used to do the pools. But I can't remember. I know premium bonds you can buy. I think it's a bit like shares, but I didn't realise it was like a lottery.
Yeah, I think basically you look for the numbers to come up, don't you? Don't know if it's still going now. Victor plays the pools in One Foot in the Grave, doesn't he? Because the Mrs. Skimpson, is it? She comes round to collect the pool money. So,
Mrs. Skimpson, yeah, constantly talking over him.
That's it.
Was he say goodbye, Mrs. Skimpson? May God have mercy on his soul.
That's it. Now, the only thing I know about premium bonds is the name Ernie. Is the machine called Ernie or something? Because Madness did a song called Ernie. And I think it was linked in with the idea of like a premium bond machine. So that's the only other reference I am aware of to do premium bonds. But
his name was Ernie.
That's it. So the old man's frantically, he's got all his papers laid out on the table, just looking for them all.
Yeah.
And yeah, even Harold says, watch this.
You've got like the brilliant like juxtaposition all the time. You've got like Albert like ferreting about counting these bits of paper, and then Harold just going on about a capitalist system, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
money grabbing," and
yeah,
it's brilliant, and it just
yeah.
shows how different they are.
Yeah, no, it's a really good little bit of acting and yeah, writing in fact as well, isn't it? Yeah, put the two against each other.
God, it is pathetic to watch, isn't it? There's something for nothing morality. Is this what made Britain great? Are there no more causes left? Has everything been done?
No, right now, IBs. What's the next one?
Oh, he's not even listening. I'm glad I'm not involved in it. Oh, healthy body, healthy mind. Sparta, that was the place.
Aye, what's the next one?
Look, I'm not reading them all out. You shout out, I'll tell you if they're here.
Yeah, I think this is a plot device that's been used elsewhere in other sitcoms. I've seen this sort of thing done, but I think this was probably pioneering it. I don't think anyone done it before this. It's quite.
Yeah, well, what do we say? This was what, 1963?
63, 64.
Sorry,
I mean, it might have been filmed in 63. Went out in 64, I think. So yeah, it's a dawning realization that he's about to.
It's that face, isn't it, when he looks
That's
at
it.
Albert
It's
looks
like
up and
it's
Jamie Vardy.
Sort of, sort of almost looks down the camera, just slightly off to the right, isn't he? But
yeah,
and then there's like a sort of, I don't know, sadness almost.
Zoom
Can't
in.
quite believe it. So he's won 1,000. Do you know how much that is in today's money? I did look this up.
Go on, that's your domain. That you're good at that.
£25,396.71. So that is a lot of money. Like that's enough to get you a deposit on a house or a really nice car or whatever. So
especially because they've got hardly anything. That's it's like 100 grand really, and it is.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, you think £1,000. Well, actually, okay, that's all right if you want £1,000 now, but back then that was akin to winning. Getting 3 or 4 lines on the lottery, numbers on the lottery.
So you got Harold now instantly changed his mind. He's decided that 50% of that is his. But then, can you remember why it's not? You've got Albert saying, no, you sold your shares to me last year when you wanted to join a tennis club.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You could see him doing it though, couldn't you? He's good writing that. You could see him like just getting into tennis for a couple of weeks just to try and get in with some beard, and then selling his bonds.
Yeah, true. Reminds me, there's a 2.4 Children episode where there's a lottery ticket involved. I remember watching that, and they all start arguing about who bought the ticket, who gave them the £1 to buy the ticket, and it's just like there's little sort of minute things that when money's involved, people start to get a little bit crazy, don't they?
That's it. It's what's that one in Only Fools where they're trapped in the supermarket?
The millionth customer. Yeah, longest night.
Yeah, that's it. And you've got as soon as they think they've won is it £1,000? You see Del Boy going, well, I paid for all the grab, and he's like,
that's it,
Ronnie's like, I give you my housekeeping.
That's it.
And he's like, Albert, I give you half my pension. So
oh, it's him, innit? Keep whacking with that shopping trolley.
Yeah.
Great little episode. So
they've already hasn't even got the money yet. They've already fell out.
Yeah, no, this is you kind of side with the old man a bit here, really, don't you? Because you think, well, actually, first time he's had a bit of luck. All right, he's a lazy swine, but his luck's in on this one, and so he's headed out to Dover Street in London. I'm not familiar with that, but listen, it must be a quite upmarket place. And he's gone to a tailor's.
I do like this bit.
Tag on, but
yeah, we've got like an instrumental bit. He's at the tailor's. Yeah, like you said, he's still. I think I'm not sure if he says on this, but the radio version, he as the tailor's measuring is measuring up for trousers. Albert goes, "Oh, I want to keep the turnips because they're good for dropping my fag ends in."
So he's now in a salon having his hair done, I mean, for Wolf
He's got no
Bramhall,
idea
this
to
is
do, is he?
suppose kind of going in reverse, isn't it? This is like how he is normal, as we've established. So it's quite,
That's it. This is him, isn't it? In real
yeah,
life.
it's the sort of thing he would be doing. So
Low waves and a razor cut.
yeah. So Harold's come back and he's forgotten that the money's. Well, he's just remembered the money's arrived today. And yeah, we're going to see a little bit of envy creeping in, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a bit, where Albert walks in, he's just like top hat, tails, stick. I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to be the first time we've seen him like that, really, at Series 3. And like
Yeah.
before this point, no one would have
Yeah.
seen him dressed like that, clean
No,
shaven.
not at all. Not at all. And you could see why people wouldn't recognize him in the street necessarily, particularly if he had some glasses on or whatever, because he is nothing like.
And the teeth.
That's it. And he's even holding himself up a bit more straight, isn't he? He's not slumped over. He's kind of
And
really.
you say with his chin, but
him.
like his chin, he's holding it up, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. So it's amazing
It's
how
just
acting
totally
you can
different.
just become a different person just through acting, can't you? And just your facial expressions and stuff. But so he spent 60 quid. I don't know about you. I top this up and I'm thinking, if I had £1,000, all right, I'd go a bit mad at first, but I'd want to keep a bit put aside. But he is spending quite a bit. I mean, so he's spent nearly 100 quid already. And
you should put 500 of that out the way. What do you say?
Yeah.
How much was it on teeth? 75 on teeth.
75 on teeth, and so there's nothing's changed really. The dentists are still quite expensive then, as they are now.
That's it, yeah, God.
That's a nice little line.
So
You
he's
only live
got
once. Some of us do. Yeah.
So he's got out like his cigarette case now. Is it monogrammed or initialed?
Yeah, he got his initials engraved on it, hasn't he? Yeah. He said he's been up Arrods, I think, hasn't he? Capital A.
Capital A.
I never got that joke
Both
for
said that.
years until I knew what Harrods was. I just that went over my head because I
Yeah.
had no idea. I was like, I just thought it was spelled A, Harrods, and yeah.
A. Oh God.
So, yeah,
this bit is
a
a bit
little
weird.
bit
It's
of
like,
sorry, come on.
oh God, I was just gonna say this bit, got Harold having a go at him saying, get rid of that stick because it makes you look old. It's just like a bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, it's petty, isn't it? And he's just clearly jealous of him. Because if it was the other way around, that Harold would be doing exactly the same. For all his talk of anti-capitalism and the Labour Party and everything, he dreams. We see it, don't we, in later episodes where he's in the gone back in fashion episode. He dreams of like being a rich playboy, doesn't he? And that's it. So
yeah, I'd love it when he's like I don't know, would he be a champagne socialist, do you think?
Champagne socialist, yeah. I always think of, Father
maybe.
Ted, when he dreams of being rich and he's like in Vegas and he just had like a little
oh yeah
montage,
dancing with strippers and
Brilliant.
I mean, fair play. Like Albert, he gives him a fiver. That's a fair few quid. He gives him his old clothes, his rags. He goes, he's still in the business, and then later on, he does buy him a present, doesn't he?
He does. It's only £1,000, but this isn't going to stretch forever, is it? So he's going to have to come back eventually. But it's nice.
He's off to what do you say, Claridge's or the Savoy. I mean, that's not cheap.
Blimey. Yeah. I once looked it up as a joke once for Alex, so how much it was. It's like, you probably need to remortgage your house to even consider parking your car. Apparently, you can go to the Savoy Grill, which is like you can just go in as a non-resident. And my mate's been there. He said it's all right. You fancy a posh nosh, but
probably the closest I comes out like the Celtic Manor is some like Haute Cuisine is about 5 restaurants and
nice.
One of them's a bit like I said Haute Cuisine. I remember taking the enemy down there once. I think it was for Valentine's.
And
nice. It was a bit. It's sort of like really, really expensive food, small portions, and like you're still a bit hungry afterwards.
Yeah.
But no, it's good food. Yeah,
so
it's nice.
It's gone to rack and ruin since the old man. So obviously, it's clear the old man does quite a lot around the house. Or is it just Harold's protests? We don't know, do we? But we don't see the kitchen all that often. But I do like it when we have a glimpse inside because, again, it's that.
Yeah. I like it in like Divided We Stand is a good one where they split the kitchen up. Like, you see it quite a lot. And he's pulling the taps through.
Oh dear.
How has he got it to that state in what, 5 days?
I don't know. It's yeah, it's not good, is it? Like,
That's
yeah.
like a trucker's cat.
It's just out of principle, he's not clearing it up. So,
Oh no, and he's eating out of a tin.
yeah, yeah.
And he's imagining Albert now sat in the silver grill stuffing his gut. He does this really
Mm.
well, doesn't he, Corbett? You know, when it's just him and you
Mm.
sort of like off like with on stage and even in sitcoms, like when it's just the one person there, like you
Yeah.
tend to be quite aware of it and you think they're just filling time. But with Harold, it's like it doesn't feel like he's filling a space. It feels
No,
natural.
no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Again, that's this great actor he is, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
It's brilliant. Yeah. And then
So
in
he's
walks the Aga Khan.
that's it. He's back to flaunt it, isn't he? Wearing a sort of slightly dapper white a white scarf seemed to be like a sign, didn't it? You were sort of like a gentleman wore a white scarf with his top hat and whatever, didn't he? It was a bit of an old outdated thing,
You are
that.
right about his posture though. Like the way
Mm.
Albert walks in with that cigar, it's like a different man, isn't it? It's just.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he doesn't do that like scurried sort of scamper that we talked about. He's like, he's walking purposefully. It's strange, isn't it?
There's yeah. They brought him another gift though. It's nice of him, isn't it? It's
Hello, son.
Oh, hello. You've come back, have you? All your money's gone, has it? Right. We can get that clobber off for a start. There's 5 days washing up out there. You can get stuck into it.
Oh, no, I haven't come back. Not yet. I just come in to see how you were getting along.
Oh. Oh, well, you needn't have bothered. I'm managing very well, thank you. I'm doing all right on my own. To be quite frank, I hadn't even noticed your absence.
I brought you a present. It's an electric razor.
Harrods again?
Now, Fortnum and Mason.
I use soap and water, thank you.
Harold, I'm trying to...
I'm not interested.
Yeah, fair play. I mean, he's been a bit much here, Harold, and he's just
yeah.
you
We
often
say
take him out
we
for
say
some
the old
scram.
man plays the guilt trip on him, doesn't he? A lot, but the tables are turned here, and he is
Definitely.
sort of twisting the knife with him a little bit.
So Albert's brought a friend with him, Marge.
Madge. Maybe it's not Madge from
Hey,
Benidorm.
bye.
Yeah,
Oh,
June
he looks a
Whitfield,
bit
but
mad.
she is looking, her hair and stuff styled up. I don't think I first knew it was her when I
Yeah.
first watched this because I think of her in Terry and June and Last of Summer Wine and stuff. This was a good sort of
Yeah, you
20
can't
years
think of her as a
before.
young woman, can you?
No,
Uh,
no, that's it. But she comes across really well in this. But again, that's
well,
what I like
in
about
the radio
Steptoe.
version, I was going to say the radio version is played by Uther Joyce. It's not June
Oh, is
Whitfield.
it? You know what? I was just going to say it's
Yeah.
great because we've had Uther Joyce already. She comes back, and we've also had June Whitfield. So yeah, that's 2 great actresses of comedy who've been in Steptoe, isn't it? So but I didn't know that. I
Brilliant. But
didn't know
yeah,
we
good old
to do
Uther.
it. Very good. Yeah.
I do like her pet name for Albert.
Yeah.
Albie. Like, come on, Albie.
Yeah. So how would we describe her politely? Is she a sort of an escort? Is that the best way of describing it? She's obviously
Yeah,
the money
I think.
is playing a big part in it, isn't it? So
Yeah, she's like she's a money grabber. She's like she's after a sugar daddy. She sort of hangs
yeah.
around whatever nightclubs Albert got to, and yeah, but I suppose now would be like an escort, I suppose. Yeah, but I mean, she's sort of tarted up, and she's already got an engagement ring off him.
Oh, gold
So what was he? Yeah, he's
engaged.
bought the engagement ring. Like, he's known her a day.
Yeah. So she said, "Oh, I'm going to be your future mummy."
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Do you think
Not that
she's
much
got to be
older than
younger
Harold.
than
Probably,
Harold
she's
here
probably
then?
even younger than Harold. Actually, I was thinking that. Yeah, it's hard
I
to
was gonna
tell,
say,
but
yeah, she
yeah,
because Harold mentions her age, doesn't he, as a bit of a dig, but
yeah. The old
what
man's
she says,
70, isn't he? And she's going to be what,
she's
20s,
she
30s?
20, I think, yeah, don't they say she's 27,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
which is that's a hell of an age gap. So
Yes.
So they're off into the kitchen now to have a chat. He's still got that scarf on, and I like that line. It's a bit harsh, and Harold goes, "Where did you pick up that slag?"
Now then.
Now, shut up and listen to me.
Now.
Shut up. 5 days away from home, and this is what happens. Where did you pick up that slag, for God's sake?
Madge is not a slag.
Oh, come on, where'd you pick her up? Come on now. What shop window was she advertising in?
I met her in a club in Soho 3 nights ago.
Oh God, in a club in Soho.
Again, he's probably a little bit jealous, isn't he? That, like, he sort of thing. If he'd done the same, he'd be out there and.
Oh, he'd have 2 under his arms, wouldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
God, what was he doing in Soho? That's a bit.
I mean, I'm not all that au fait with London, but Hammersmith to Soho, yeah, it's a bit of a leap, isn't it? But Shepherd's Bush, sorry, not Hammersmith, Shepherd's Bush.
Oh yeah, we were talking about bottom then, weren't you?
Yeah, slipped into. Well, the reason because they mention the Hammersmith flyover, don't they? I think, or they allude to it, don't they? The flyover.
Yeah.
Stuff. I don't know if it's where it was just filmed and it was. Yeah, it's not.
So we've worked out now. So he's booked a trip to Monte Carlo. He's she had a night in a hotel, a few meals out of him.
Engagement rings. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
But
got 500 quid left.
As long as he's got the money, he's all right. But when he's burnt through that, yeah, that's it. She'll be gone.
She'll be gone. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what she'd get apart from money. I don't know what she'd get out of being with him.
See that?
Yeah. Here we go.
Albert's pretty wise to things, isn't he? He spots some scams that Harold's fallen for. So you kind of think he must know, but he's just happy to just be, getting the attention for a little while. So he knows it's going to stop, but at least he's getting something. But
I mean, he's been a widower for what 30 odd years. So
yeah.
I think, like you said, he's just flattering. I suppose women are, less than half his age. Showed a bit of interest, but But what does he say at one point? He goes, "You'll be dead in 6 months, Dad," and he goes, "What a way to go!"
Yeah. That was quite an intense bit there where he was gagging him and then sort of straitjacketing him. He's selling it really well. Wilf, but
they don't like stuff like that. He's using the straight jacket and the neck brace that he bought at the beginning, and like I said, he's not going soft on him. He's proper wrenching him about.
No, that's it. That's it.
He's gagged him. Them teeth are going to come out shortly.
Yeah.
Bit of shaving cream on the mouth, make it look like he's foaming.
Yeah. It's tough love, I suppose, isn't it? It's kind of, showing him that actually she's not that loyal at all. She will just do a runner.
It's a lot like like Del Boy's. He was engaged more times in the switchboard.
Yeah.
You see, like, who was it he's with when
Pauline? Is it Pauline? Second time around?
And that's it. She's been her previous 3 husbands or something have died under suspicious circumstances. And you see Rodney and Grandad trying to explain to him and they can't get through, so they bugger off to their aunties in Clacton. It's a bit like that, and it's hard to try and explain to someone.
Yeah. That's it. When you're in, you've fallen for someone, I suppose it is difficult, isn't it? But
I was gonna say, Harold, he's come up with that story about he flips every couple of months, he says, and he's like pinched all this stuff. He's got no money. He's having some sort of seizure.
Yeah.
As soon as he mentions police, she's off, and she's
that's it. That's it.
Police involved.
Maybe she's known to the police for this sort of thing, or she don't want to get a reputation. But she says she makes a living from doing it. So I suppose that's how some people act, isn't it? And I guess it's still going on today. People try and sort of get in with rich older people or whatever, and maybe I don't know if the word "take advantage" is correct, but
I think it's a bit of a sort of sugar daddy thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it.
What'd she say? It's my living. What did she say? He's the third I've had this month or something, or he's a soft touch.
Ah, dear.
There's a good bit there with June Whitfield. She goes, she's talking about Albert having a seizure, and she goes, "That could have happened while we was." And you see Harold cut, and he goes, "Yes, it could have." The timing of that is brilliant.
Yeah.
He's quite a nice old boy, really, ain't he? Who'd ever have thought it, though? Bonkers. It could have happened while we was...
Yes, it could have easily.
Oh, to get danger money, the chances I take. Here, Harold. Keep him out the West End. He's too easy.
So it's going to sort of go a little bit sad again here, isn't it? Because it's going to dawn on Albert that he's just made a bit of a wally of himself, really. But
he's doing the puppy dog eyes, isn't he?
Similar thing happens in Dad's Army, doesn't it? In the Mum's Army episode, where Mannering falls for Mrs. Grey. We were talking about that last week, weren't we? I think. Again, it's the idea that people do act a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Fall in love, and
There's a really sad one, that. I
Wilson,
do like this.
Wilson tries to let him down, doesn't he? And he thinks he's talking about Mrs. Pond.
God, yeah. Yeah, it's really though. Just say that I do like this bit, with Harold. He sort of unties him, and you see he's like wiping his face, and just genuine sort of affection for him. As much as they've argued, he's still, he's pouring him a brandy now.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's come from a good place, hasn't it? But see, I must have got this episode. I'll start again. There's another episode of a sitcom in Are You Being Served, where a similar thing happens. Someone wins some money, but it turns out that it's not actually true, or they've like misread it or something. But they go out and spend some money, having thought they were going to have the money, and they didn't. So I thought, and back in my mind, I thought this happened in this episode when I hadn't seen this one for a while, but it doesn't, does it? The money is real, and
the money's real.
But obviously, that could have been a plot spin on it. That actually, it was a misprint or something, and he's just borrowed all this money and got himself in a lot of debt.
I think so. We end now with them laughing because they work out that how much has he paid for that ring? 7 and a tanner.
Nothing. Yeah, he's not daft, is he? He's not
paid sod all for it.
Yeah.
No.
So that sort of makes you think. Well, actually, he's wise to it a little bit, I suppose, isn't he? But.
That's it. And then they're ending with where the interplay with the messing about with the props, and then you see Jim Whitfield calling a taxi, and
yeah. But no, great little episode. Like I say, tables are turned. I think in lots of ways. That's what I like about it, because you have the sort of guilt trip that Harold is laying upon Albert rather than the way around.
Oh, look, I've gone and creased your suit up with that thing. Now, I didn't hurt your mouth, did I, with the gag? Is your neck all right? Here, come on, sit down. You must be shaking. Come on. Here we are, sit down. It was bad for you to find out in Alvin later on, wasn't it? Here, hang on. Get some of this, darn you. It's my best brandy. It's cordon bleu. Thanks.
I'm glad you did it, really. There's no fool like an old fool, is there?
Oh, I don't know. I've been caught myself before, haven't I?
We live and learn, don't we? The next one I better watch out for herself.
Well, anyway, I'll cop for the ring. It's a very nice ring, Father. How much you give for that?
7 and a tanner.
7 and a tanner.
7 and a tanner. Down the market. It's paste. Well, God blimey, you don't think I'm as daft as that, do you?
You crafty old devil, you...
But also some tough love, and trying to do the right thing at the end, which he does. So no, great episode, that one.
Yeah, it does. It's good. Yeah, it's well rounded off, that one. Well, as they always are, really. But I think like series 3, that was they're well into their stride at this point, and they the writings they've set up both characters, and we're sort of familiar with them by this point. If we were watching it, in real time. But no,
Yeah.
so I do have I've got 5 questions for you on that, mate. That episode.
Righto. Ready? Yeah, ready when you are.
Okay, so the bonds that bind us. So question 1, how often does Albert do the premium bonds, and can you remember what date he does it?
Every week. Is that right?
I've got, from what he said, it's the first of every month.
Oh, sorry. So okay, that's wrong.
So I think,
And
it must be different to the lottery then, with the lottery every week.
yeah, no, fair enough. And
Uh,
so what was the second question? What days you do it?
that was it. What dates is just the first of every month?
Oh, right, sorry.
Um,
Yeah, cool.
premium
All right, yeah. So no, wrong that one. Not
That's
to
all
worry.
right. That's an awkward one, that. So when they won £1,000, what is the reason revealed as to why Harold sold his premium bonds?
So yeah, he wanted to join the tennis club, so he sold his half, and obviously he used it to pay for his membership.
That's it. Yeah, he'd already sold. That's it. He was desperate for money. So
Yeah.
spot on. Correct. Question 3. What is the name of the character played by Eutha Joy / June Whitfield? And where is he taking her on holiday?
So her name's Madge, and taking her to Monte Carlo, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's a
The
good name, isn't it? Madge.
playground of the billionaires, or whatever, isn't it? Something like that.
Wonder if I'd get on, what do you have, 500 quid left? You can get far in Monte Carlo with that, would you?
Well, I mean, let's say that's 12.5 grand. So, he could, get a good holiday out of it. But if he's gambling, I suppose if he's gambling, he could try and make some more back. But
Yeah.
yeah. I suppose he wants
You
to
never
just
know.
go all out, doesn't he? But
Yeah. Out with a bang. Okay, so question 4. How much does Albert spend on the suit?
oh, blimey. So the suit was 60. Is that right?
Yeah, spot on, correct. Yeah,
Oh,
£60.
I thought I was
So,
going to step up there, but no, that's right. Yeah.
so,
Cool.
because I think off the top of my head, the teeth were, weren't they 75?
Chief 75. Yeah. I needed slightly less than that. So, yeah.
And then question 5, what present for Albert? Actually, I'll say that again. What present did Albert get for Harold as a peace offering?
Oh, gosh. I've
He
just
comes
watched it.
back with it, doesn't he? So he gives him his old clothes. He's like, you're still in the business. And then he gets him a peace offering a bit later on.
He gives him a fiver, but he also gives him, isn't it like like bath salts or something for his, like, having a bath or a shower or whatever, isn't it? Like, because he says, I'll just use soap and water, I think, or something. But is that right?
He gets him an electric razor.
Oh, there you go. That's why then. Yeah, I knew he said
Yeah.
something like, "Oh, you can't. Yeah, I don't need that because I can use water or whatever." So yeah, obviously for shaving.
That's it. Yeah, he goes, oh, don't worry, I'll use soap and water.
There we go. Great stuff. That's some good questions there.
I'm glad it was 5 and not 10 because it was quite, because there's
Yeah,
shorter
I mean, half
episodes
an
than
hour
they in the
episode.
beginning.
It is tricky, isn't it? To sort of like, 'cause a lot of it's just dialogue, and then if you sort of missed a bit of the dialogue, then it can be tricky to try and remember it. But yeah. Considering buying a few VHSs again. That's how far back I'm going. But...
Well, do you know that podcast I sent? I said about, that David Clayton suggested, a radio rental.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's based. That's what the premise is. Is this character called Terry Carnation, and he's basically running a VHS shop. So he's in this sort of creepy old video rental store, and he's got like this cat, and he's like talking about. He goes, "Oh, problem is," he goes, "is physical media. A video is physical media." He goes, "You can't like hold your Paramount Plus or your Amazon account or your Netflix, can you?"
Very true, mate.
You can't put your Netflix on the shelf, and so it's like, even though he's like a comic character saying it, but yeah, so no, it's a good podcast.
No, you know what? That's absolutely fine. I do say that to people. Like, yeah, it's there's a lot to be said for physical media, definitely.
There is.
Right.
Okay, so the episode I've chosen, Si, I've gone with Loathe Story, Series 7, Episode 5.
Thought you said you could play this game. How long have you been taking lessons? Waste of time, however long it was. All that gear must have cost you a bob or two. If I was you, I'd jag it in and flog the lot.
Have you finished?
Yeah, it's a laugh. You're always the same. Taking things up, buying all the gear, wasting your money, and then you're a scrub out.
If you don't shut up, I shall ram this shuttlecock straight up your carver and set fire to the feathers.
I'll be perfectly honest. This is not one I like it, but I've never loved it. So it's a good choice for you because you can champion and tell me why it's such a standout episode. So yeah, interesting that I've like I say, I'd not one that I never disliked, but it was always like I'd watch other ones instead of this one. So
yeah, I think I like before, like
choice,
when
mate.
you said about like Cuckoo in a Nest. I remember you saying you're not that fussed on, but
Yeah.
I think these ones, especially like the color, because it's just more vibrant and
Yeah,
like, you can see the squalor of the yard more. And
True.
this one, like they always say, it was ahead of his time. I just think this one, especially with the psychology element, it just shows it. Should we hit play, mate?
Play, yeah, fantastic.
Okay, so the synopsis is basically after being beaten at badminton by his father, who announces his desire to join the local tennis club, tries to kill him while sleepwalking. A visit to a psychiatrist reveals Harold's dislike of his father, stemming from childhood when he had to sit outside the pub waiting for him. Albert then succeeds in scaring away Harold's new girlfriend, Bunty, and her mother, convinced that Harold will get put away. He has even advertised for a lodger and joined the tennis club. So we got Bunty, who's played by the lovely Joanna Lumley.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, again, royalty, really, isn't it? In terms of sitcom and television and film, yeah.
Yeah, I have invited her on the pod. I don't know if you remember her agent. Got back to me. Yeah, her agent was lovely, but she said she's abroad filming this year, so she can't really commit to it. But you never know. Hopefully, she'll come on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
So we start
That's a very rickety badminton racket is net, sorry, isn't it? And
I think it's just a washing line, isn't it? It's just
and the shuttlecock going in the horse droppings. I mean, wow, that's just
goes to serve and just drops a shuttlecock in the shite.
And the fact he's just all in white, isn't he? And the old man's just in his normal clobber.
I'm trying to think because he's emulating. I don't know if it's Jimmy Connors, but so this is what March 1972. So
yes.
I wonder who was what tennis players were around then.
You know what? Not a tennis fan at all, so I couldn't help you with that one. I'm afraid. I know of Jimmy Connors.
Yeah,
but I couldn't tell you if he was around. But
possibly more 80s, I think, or Rita Scarolitis or something like that. But yeah,
yeah.
But the dialogue in this is good as well. He's threatening to ram the shuttlecock up his nose. The feathers are light. So true to form, Albert's beating him.
Yeah. I do like if you spotted they've got like the stables has got Delilah written across it.
Oh yeah, God.
Just behind him. But you see a little bit more of the set. The camera's a bit further back here, so you see a little bit more of it on show, which I think they did do a lot more of in the Colour series, didn't they? And it sort of opened it out a bit more. But you can even see like some backdrops of like supposed to be all the terraced housing and stuff, isn't it, behind it? But
I tell you, there's so much junk in that yard, and there's like gas cylinders, tires. So you got Albert threatening to join the tennis club. We don't
very nice class of people that want dirty, smelly, uncouth, loudmouth, foul. I mean, shy talks. A great line, isn't it? It's a great line. Yeah.
Well, put me name down for the tennis club. I'll go and give you a clobbering down there.
So help me, if you as much as put a foot in that tennis club, I'll murder you. I've made some very nice friends down there, a very nice class of people, very refined. Well, I don't want any dirty, smelly, uncouth, loud-mouthed, foul little shy-talks like you. Turning up their lawns with hobnail boots on.
And the bit he's holding the racket against his nose and he just sniffs for this.
I feel like the gloves were off in terms of like the insults and stuff in the later series. I think Golden Simpson just I think 70s, it was a slightly more acceptable era to just not swear out and out, but to use phrases. like
God, yeah.
shite and whatever that you perhaps wouldn't have used before.
You wouldn't have had,
You never have
had
used
shy
shite, would
talk
you, in
in the
series 1 or
60s.
2, would you? So
No, wouldn't have.
so,
I mean, they had to get permission for bleeding, didn't they?
that's it, innit? It shows how far we've come, isn't it? That I know
Yeah.
something as tame as that is, a problem.
So we cut then to Harold, who's laying in bed. He's having some sort of weird dream. So in his dream now, I can only tell because the subtitles, I never noticed it, but he's reliving like Snakes and Ladders, Monopoly, all the games that he's lost to.
That's it.
Yeah, so he's just playing on his
Oh,
mind.
they do play Monopoly in one episode, don't they? I think it's series 6, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what inspired the bottom episode, wasn't it?
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Did you remember in the documentary, Aid Edmondson, he says we don't know how Galton and Simpson didn't sue us because we were just ripping it straight from Steptoe.
Yeah. You ever been a sleepwalker, Daz?
No, I never. No, I actually sort of quite a peaceful sleeper, really. What about yourself?
No, not that I recall. No, I don't remember ever doing it. I've never known anyone that has either. I've never had a family member or anyone, my kids now, not done it. So,
Just looking at, he's coming down the stairs. Look at the junk. You've got like a pram with a box in the middle of the.
He's done well to avoid it, hasn't he?
So
So he's been to get something, we're guessing, because it's now going back upstairs.
We can't see what it is yet, can we?
Right. He's not going back in his room, he's going into the old man's room.
In his green pajamas.
Yeah. Was it flannelettes, what do they call it?
And his brown socks. I bet that house is freezing. So he stood over Albert, lining up his neck.
Yeah.
Pulls out a meat cleaver.
Unfortunately, he wakes up just in time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Crikey. I mean, can you be prosecuted if you did that? I don't know. I suppose if you can prove you weren't conscious, then maybe you get off. But
and then, of course, we zoom in on Albert, and you actually see him without teeth at this point. So
and then he's at the shrink, isn't he?
That's it. Yeah, he's off now. He's on the psychiatrist's couch with his wellies on with horse shit all over him.
Which is, a premonition of the And So to Bed series 8, where they go to the furniture, the bed shop, don't they?
Yeah,
get on the bedspread or whatever. Yeah.
What does he go? He goes, "Let it dry."
Yeah, brush it off.
Now just relax, Mr. Steptoe. Lie back on the couch. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. How old are you, Mr. Steptoe?
I'm 39.
Married?
No.
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 Oh. Are you a homosexual?
Are you looking for a clap round here, right?
Yeah, like you say, very ahead of its time to be doing this. It's just put a sitcom character in something as quite, serious as psychology.
Yeah, because I suppose they must have had it before, and psychiatry is not new there, but it's to have. He's working class, so you wouldn't expect someone to go to a psychiatrist, would you?
No, not at all.
Wouldn't have been known, really. The psychiatrist is played by Raymond Huntley.
Yeah, I don't recognise him really. If you do, if he's been in stuff, then it's not all that familiar.
Just sound like he's been in a couple of films with Norman Wisdom. He was in Night Train to Munich, The House in the Square, Operation Diplomat. I'm not really familiar with these.
Yeah.
But he's got upstairs, downstairs. He's got, hell of a sort of. Oh, he was in Sykes apparently as Mr. Gatwick.
I watched a fair few Sykes, but okay. Yeah. Do enjoy the Sykes.
So this is why I like the episodes where we go into the the backstory of Harold's mum.
And
you sort of learn quite a bit about her really, and about how he's always loved his mum, and the psychiatrist is like, have you ever felt sort of anger towards your dad or what have you? He's like, all the time. He goes, have you ever felt like killing him before? He goes, yeah, every day. But this psychiatrist, he's a bit obsessed with women's bosoms,
he's very, very sexually driven, and he's talking about running down the street naked. And
It's a bit Basil faulty, this, isn't it? Like he says, like they're all mad as March is. He goes,
yeah,
he goes, you know what they're obsessed with, don't you? Sex. He goes, everything.
yeah, yeah.
Good old Basil.
Do you love your father? No, I don't.
Yeah, I've never liked him. He goes.
Today.
You see, like he's such a brilliant actor, and Harry, he's like in torment there.
Yeah, he is really struggling.
Yeah. You see the psychiatrist just brushing his shoes. He's not helping him, is he?
Not at all. I think what I've struggled with in most episodes, what I've struggled with that this episode features is flashbacks. Like I'm just not a bigger fan of flashbacks for things. I just prefer things to be linear. And like when you go back, I don't know. It's never been, and that's not just sitcoms. There's other things as well. Like when I've watched sci-fi or things like that, I've always preferred a bit more of a straightforward story. Having said that, I love Lost, and Lost is all over the place, isn't it? So
yeah, I think with the flashbacks, if they don't do it right, it just messes with the timeline, and it seems strange, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think they're lucky, like with Joanna Lumley doing it, and then you've got I can't think of her name, but the actress that plays her mum was also in The Prisoner. Do you notice that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. Her face was familiar.
So the psychiatrist asking about psychiatrist is asking about Harold's mum's bristles.
Yeah, was it a large bosom?
Yeah. Because what's my mum's bristles got to do with it?
Maybe you spotted when he opened the drawer a second ago, he had like a sort of penthouse or Playboy.
Yeah, he had a porn mag.
Yeah, in there.
Obsessed, this psychiatrist, isn't he? And the drawing, fair play, he's quite a talented guy. A lot of detail on the breast.
That's a bit Alan Partridge like, isn't it? To be fair, the guy had talent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he goes, the guy had talent, just he's still swatting the horse shit off the chair.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, the flashback. So now Harold, obviously starting off, so he goes back to when he was a boy.
Yeah.
And the old man used to get all ponced up and take him to the pub. Have you noticed, like, have a look at the name of the pub?
The Latimer Arms.
But then the flashback, he says it's the Skinner's Arms.
Ah, yeah. So, I never spotted that, mate. Yeah, that's a good call, that.
It's weird because there's not many mistakes in Steptoe.
No, not at all. But you're right. I don't know whether it is the same pub, but it looks like the pub Victor goes to in
the
Things Aren't Simple Anymore. But that was it. Yeah. But I guess that's just quite standard architecture for a corner pub, isn't it? Maybe you could say the Queen Vic in EastEnders is a corner pub like that, isn't it? So.
Oh God, yeah.
That's not Wilf, is it? That's some other actor playing Wilf.
Yeah, and he's got.
It's not credited, is it? So I don't know who it is.
Black moustache, yeah.
Who's driving the horse and cart? Is that his mum?
No, it's Harold.
Harold.
That's what he's flashing back to. He says that Albert used to go in the pub and he'd sit outside with a bottle of lemonade on the car.
Right, that's right.
He said he had piles by the time he was about 9.
Gosh, yeah, different era, I suppose. I mean, again, that might be based in some fact. Maybe something Golden Simpson knew about. That's what people were brought up like that. They were just left their own devices. But...
I think like with them days, it was tough times. I think people would need a drink in them days. I think that's and it was more pubs around. It's different to now, and it is.
Yeah, much more of a just an expectation. That's what people did, wasn't it? You would go to the pub, like regardless of
it was community, wasn't it?
Yeah, very true, very true.
And then we learned a bit more about Harold's time in the army. There, as you're saying, 2 years I had dysentery.
Yeah, I mean that's tough, isn't it? Like we take for granted that we've not had to do national service and things like that, but I guess he was just born at the time when that was what you did.
Did he say he was Malaya? Is that reserved?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's more interested in his nude sketch. Are you doing it from memory or I don't know.
God,
weird, isn't it?
So Harold then he met Bunty, and he sort of explaining that his family were loaded. His father had passed away, but the family owned 8 breweries.
Yeah, righto.
I think it was 8 breweries.
Sounds a bit Rising Dampish, when Alan starts dating the the quite posh girl.
Oh yeah,
Rigsby's because the dad owns a lot of land.
yeah,
and he wants to pull the Rigsby's house down over, doesn't he?
that's it. Rigsby's trying to get in there, and he's just like, I love how now he said she had breeding. She could eat peas off the back of the fork.
Yeah.
That's all it takes for him to be impressed.
Yeah. Now this is a bit I do like. I do enjoy this sequence here. This is because it's not so much in the ancient past, is it? It's clearly just a few years back. But
yeah,
this opening line is killer. Like I absolutely love this with the trousers.
You bloody idiot! He goes.
I think when he uses the word bloody, it's the same when he said it in the robbery episode where he said,
"Oh yeah,
bloody silly thing to say."
Goes, yeah, don't touch those; they're valuable.
Yeah.
That's a bloody silly thing.
Yeah, all right, carry on.
Well, anyway, she was posh. Oh, did she have breeding? But she was the only bird I've ever met who could eat peas off the back of a fork. Oh, I was very impressed with that. And rich, too. God, they were loaded, that family. And it was only her and her old lady. You see, the old man was dead, and I could have had the lot. 14 breweries. And anyway, I couldn't put them off any longer, because she wanted to meet the family. Him. So I arranged for him to come and have tea one day. I remember, I got home early that afternoon. Now, I washed and I shaved, and I'm coming down into the lounge. And when I got down here... Have you finished them?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You bloody idiot! What have you done to my trousers?
What's wrong with them?
You put the greasy down the side. You twit. In my best suit. In my only suit. Oh, God. Take them rotten socks off. You smell like a team of Turkish wrestlers.
I just washed these and drying them off.
Well, try taking them off your feet when you wash them. Oh, come on here. Put a pair of mine on. Here you are.
Yeah, it's just really like, you bloody idiot. You've what is it done? He's put the creases on the side.
So you got Harold now trying to get Albert to wash. He's obviously got that posh beard coming round. He won't even put. Oh, he won't even put socks on, will he?
He's got his old socks on that's drying, so he's washed them, put them back on his feet, and then drying them. I mean, but yeah, Harold's lobbed him some socks. He's lobbed them back at him.
I was going to say you smell like a team of Turkish wrestlers.
Yeah. That's like a porridge as well, isn't it? Turkish wrestler's jockstrap. That's what Fletch says about Lenny Godber's.
Yeah, his feet.
That's it.
Yeah, as he said, I wash my feet every day. It's pity you can't change. Oh god, I mean his hands look minging. He's got those mittens on.
Yeah,
it's just
some great makeup artists and hairstylists, isn't it? To take Wilf Bramble and make him look like that.
Yeah, fair play. I mean, it's pure method acting. Because I do like that line as well. There's some brilliant lines in this, but he says, Albert goes, if they're any good, I'll have them eating out my hand. And then Albert goes, oh, don't they go down with bubonic plague?
Yeah.
So he's tried to avoid this, and he third meeting the old man. He said, he goes, I normally tell him you're dead. That's horrible, isn't it?
That is hard, isn't it? Yeah. He doesn't look, if you were going to meet him for the first time, he doesn't look quite intimidating, doesn't he? Sort of like dressed
that's the thing, like
face.
We said before we the charm, he can turn on the charm, can't he? He's just,
that's it.
He's a brilliant wingman.
Yeah. And there's the cucumber sandwiches with the cucumbers cut lengthways. I mean,
in a baguette.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's just all one burp
table.
Oh.
So he got a tin of biscuits. He's got. I mean, you couldn't eat that baguette. I mean,
French lorry drive.
Yeah. You need teeth like a French lorry drive. And the way they drape that tea towel over it.
Yeah.
Just
again, that's another thing Rigsby does, doesn't it? When Seymour is telling him that the mayor's coming and he needs to put a tea on, and then Vienna's eating the salmon paste sandwiches. That similar sort of thing, isn't it? People trying to impress people by, I've made a good spread.
He just picks the hair out of it, doesn't he? And just like,
and then he gives it to Alan later.
Yeah,
get his own back on him.
So now enters Bunty. Oh, she's brilliant.
Yeah,
She,
and I mean, how old is she here? It can't be what 30 odd. She doesn't look.
Oh gosh, I'd say
so
younger than that, mid-20s.
Yeah.
Hello. Do come. You're all right. You found it all. It's difficult to get here, isn't it? It's cold, isn't it? Do you want the toilet or anything like that? No. Up there's the storage upstairs.
Oh, Mother, isn't it absolutely super?
Delightful.
Darling, how did you find a place like this?
Well, it wasn't easy. We was looking for years. And one day Harrods rang up and we just took it on the spot. Permit me to introduce my father, Peter. This is Bunty, my intended.
Hello, love. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Oh, darling, he's nice. He doesn't seem like an old misery guts.
Peter, this is Bunty's mater, Mrs. Kennington Strudd.
Charmed, I'm sure. It is a great privilege to meet you, madam.
I expect you're ready for bed now, aren't you?
Just one moment. Am I to take it that you actually live here?
Yeah, all my life.
I seem to have been somewhat misled.
So,
but the mum straight away you recognise, like she in the prisoner she was in. Yeah, she doesn't look. She hasn't changed since she was in that.
No. Yeah, but what, 5 years? 67's prisoner, wasn't it? I think so.
Yeah, and he looks happy with Bunty, though, doesn't he? Like you see him together, arm in arm. He does look.
Yeah. Do look sort of fairly suited, don't they?
We've got a pater.
Yeah.
So it's Mrs. Kennington Stroud.
Yeah, double barrel. There you go.
Oh, he's kissing her hand.
Oh, that's she's got a glove on, isn't it?
Yeah, straight away. She's not even saying hello. She's just slagging off where they're living.
Turning her nose up, isn't she? Yeah. Straight out of Love on the Dole. As,
yeah.
For Fanes Muir says.
I do like this one. It's where she goes, I thought you had stables at Acton. And he's like, now the old biddy must be deaf. She goes, we've got stables, must have said. Right. She says, oh, that was it. I thought you had a stable at Ascot. And the old man goes, no, he must be a bit deaf. Acton, more Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah, Acton.
May I profit?
Called a poor old biddy, and that's putting the bar on the fire.
You got Harry trying to be posh, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Are you English?"
She's like, yeah. oh God, he's off.
You're from my purveyor.
A rather beautifully modulated Oloroso.
I mean, some of these words.
That's a brilliant one.
Yeah.
She goes, if you got some sherry, just say so. It's where he drops it back into like where I got half a bottle.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
Oh God.
I mean, you wouldn't trust them glasses, would you? Chipped, dirty.
Oh, specimen glasses.
Like when Barbara, gets the glasses out, a little bit dusty. These, I'll be right.
Yeah, pomade to wash it off. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
That's the one. Whenever we watch that, that's the one bit the missus hates. She's like, that's minging like the dust.
Yeah,
it is
ranking too. Yeah, it's probably true though. Most people just have those things kept for best and never use them. And
yeah, that's true, isn't it?
We got a set of champagne flutes when we got married from the school, which just think in the garage now. Like it's not practical with kids around, is it? To have them around.
Oh God, no. Never use them.
Cucumber sandwiches, fairy cakes, Mr. Kipling. Obviously trying to drop a brand name in there.
Yeah. And the bit I love, he goes, Father, could you show Miss Kennington Stroud a chair? And he just points and goes, that's a chair.
Conveyor to it. I mean, he's not, helping, is he?
just noticed the beer's got a tin hat on.
Right. You say that's in the
good.
museum then? It's in the Museum of Comedy, is it?
Yeah, in London. That was.
Oh,
Do you remember I was saying there's a comedian that a couple of years back he put a photo of it on Twitter. He said this is the one from
nice.
Steptoe. So
Oh, brilliant.
yeah, we have to put that on our tour when we do the
Yeah.
London tour.
A little tour of London, yeah.
Get a photo of that. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Awesome.
So spot of Earl Grey.
Yeah. I mean, never had it, but I'm guessing.
Yeah. I used to
Popular
drink.
drink.
I'm a big tea drinker. I used to drink Earl
Oh,
Grey.
yeah.
It's quite perfumery though. It's quite a
Right.
smoke.
Yeah.
I'm more Yorkshire tea now.
Yeah. Yorkshire tea, PG tips, whatever. I know where I am with that. Whatever's cheapest I get, really. But
yeah, but
he's just rubbed that on his dirty cardigan. I mean,
that's such a visual gag, and he
less
rubs
and
it under
less
his
appealing,
armpit.
mate. Less and
Yeah.
less appealing.
Oh,
So she sat on the armchair facing the wrong way, and they're all sat at the table. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah.
but he
Yeah,
gets a
man's
bit of jip here from Harold because the old man he pours the tea onto the saucer.
Yeah.
But a lot of posh people do that because it cools it down, so it's not like a like a
Oh,
rough
do
thing
they?
to
All
do.
right.
Yeah,
Because Grandad does the same, doesn't he? He says, I never had found it.
yeah,
He used to get girlfriends, but he starts slurping it, doesn't he?
yeah. So, I mean, it looks right, but yeah, they used to do it just to cool the tea down before it touched your lips.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
so I think they're talking about the property now. They've got 8 gardeners or something.
And she's starting to itch, so that's not looking good. I mean, yeah, the chances of there not being fleas in their house is slim. The stuff they have.
Everything's eerie, and it's just all.
Oh gosh.
And she started to realise now Miss Kennington Stroud.
Yeah. Something just leapt onto the table. Oh gosh.
Fleas.
Oh dear.
He's lost it now, isn't he, Al? But he's not putting up with her. He's like, listen, missus.
Yeah.
If there's fleas in this house, he goes, you brought him here in that fur coat.
Reminds me of the fur coat and the fleas in One Foot in the Grave with
oh yeah, the posh guy, yeah.
The Victor, we went to the hotel, didn't we? The Royal Norfolk Hotel, whatever it is. Yeah. In Bournemouth.
Victor chucks his wig down the drain, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Have you noticed they put this weird
the
gel or something on the screen on the camera, don't they? This
like
bit
a foggy lens, isn't it?
To kind of make foggy. There you go. To make it look like it's a flashback and it's drifting back into the present day. But,
yeah, it is strange to see it because I don't always see that again, do we, in Steptoe? But
no, and I don't know. I suppose for people watching who just joined later on, it kind of makes it realise that it's going back into some other timeline. But
so we go back to the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pity it didn't work out with Bunty, but I think it wouldn't have been a.
Well, I mean, it could have been made, couldn't he? If he's going to a house,
it would have been. Yeah, Christ.
How many servants or whatever, and but it makes you wonder what she was doing, knocking around with a rag and bone man. With all due respect,
where do they meet?
On the round or whatever. And I don't know.
Well, I could have. He could have gone around, collecting rags and stuff, and he could have because he's been with other posh birds before, and
that's it. Yeah, he pressed with the French girl, wasn't he? And then the one who was using him.
It's a bit like I said. He's come away now, Harold. He's gone back home.
Yeah,
he's got Albert is already. He's putting an advert out for his room. He's gonna lease it out, but he's Albert's convinced they would have locked him up.
Yeah. I just feel like it's almost a slightly missed opportunity to really delve into the backstory a little bit more. Because obviously we saw him at the pub as a young lad, and then but then we never saw much else. It was sort of then jumped forward to kind of only a year or two ago. Perhaps would have been nice to see them post-war or whatever, or Harold coming back after the war, perhaps, or something don't know. I guess they were limited in what they could do, but
maybe even the mum,
maybe the mum, yeah. Because again, we only ever hear her voice, don't we, in the seance episode? We never actually sort of see her. Or do we?
Yeah, but I suppose it's a bit like Mannering's wife, and it works better when you don't see him.
Very true.
Very true. Sheridan.
Fact, even the gag, isn't it, that he says something like, "That's my picture of my mum there." Apologise to my mum. No, it's not. It's a sister.
Yeah, that's it. He doesn't even know himself, does he?
No, that's it.
Yeah. The only bit I would slightly criticizing this. It's a bit like when Harold takes the tranquilizer, it's like an immediate effect. I mean, they
Yeah.
don't work like that, do they? At
No,
all.
no.
You
It's
know, it
often
take a
a
while
sort of
to
period
kick
of
in.
time, doesn't it, to kick in to get into your
Mm.
system, whatever, doesn't it? But
So he's decided now he's going to go outside to pursue his outside interests. He's off to the tennis club.
giving up badminton. The lovely bit of rumpo gets down on Thursdays.
God, Christine.
Yeah.
And again, Albert's already in there. He's
Yeah,
already he's already been to the tennis club and he's playing at R4.
yeah. oh, so yeah. So he's joined, hasn't he? Again, he just can't have anything, can he? The old man just
No,
has to upstage him and
yeah.
everything.
So he's at the booze now, Harold. He's like,
And there happened to be a knife just propped on the side there.
oh.
Oh, it is.
So he is actually going to kill him now. But
Yeah.
again, like
He's completely sane at this point. Well, not sane, but he's completely awake at this point, isn't he? So
I do,
yeah,
like I
it's
said, I always
nice.
say about the endings, but I do like this because it's like they're just
Yeah,
chasing each other about, ad-libbing, and he's like
yeah.
swinging the knife, and there's not many
Reminds me a bit of the
sitcoms
one.
do
There's
it.
one where he's getting in with a sword, isn't there? And like he chases
Yeah,
him to
that's
the
it.
toilet.
Yeah,
He's jamming it through the toilet door.
yeah,
I remember watching that as a kid, and absolutely loving it. Like it's just so
yeah. Same with me. Yeah, I
surreal.
remember seeing it as a kid and thinking
But
that's brilliant.
uh,
So yeah, what do you think of that ep, then, mate?
yeah, no, it's like I say, I'm appreciating it more, just chatting it through with you, and I forgot how funny the bits with Bunty are. And yeah, like I say, I just feel like it was slightly missed opportunity to do a bit more about their backstory.
Yeah.
But in series 7 and in series 7 as well, every episode is fantastic. So,
Hmm.
I suppose it for me it is the slightly lesser one. But as I said, there's not a bad episode of Steptoe. It's just that some
No,
in everyone's view better than others. So
I think
like,
yeah, it is like the later episodes. They are played more for laughs, and is a
yeah,
lot more slapstick in it. But at this point, we're series 7, so I mean,
yeah, been doing it a
they've
long time now, aren't
been
they?
doing it
And
12 years or so. So at some point they were gonna sort of repeat certain things. But
yeah.
yeah, no. So you got any
Cool. So
questions for me?
I've got some 5 little questions for you here, mate. So you
Oh
get on.
dear.
So question 1: Harold Steptoe visits a psychiatrist in this episode. Can you name me another sitcom that features a psychiatrist in an episode?
Is it when we spoke about Faulty
Yeah,
Towers, psychiatrist?
absolutely. Yeah. So the one comes to
Um,
stay at the hotel and sends Basil into a bit of a tiz, doesn't he? Really? Because
yeah. Was it two of them? I think were they
two
both
of them actually. So
psychiatrists?
you're right. Yeah, husband and wife, wasn't it? And you're both doctors. Yeah, wife's a
Yeah.
doctor and I'm a doctor. Oh, you're a double doctor.
Double
Yeah,
doctor, yeah. Well, you did the exam twice.
yeah.
What is the one she goes to a pediatrician? He goes, feet? It's like, well, children have
Oh,
feet.
great, great. There was another one as well from the same era, 70s. Don't know if you remember it.
Oh,
So
it's not something like Likely Lads or something like that. Did they have one?
close. No, some others do have them. They did it.
Oh,
Frank,
okay.
Frank went to see
Yeah.
psychiatry, and they're very similar thing. It was all flashbacks.
Oh,
Like, so
okay.
I don't know. I think they must have got the idea from because it was after Steptoe. So they got
Hmm.
the idea from Steptoe, I guess.
Hmm.
But there's also an episode of Miranda. If you watch Miranda,
No, I never seen Miranda.
where she visits a psychiatrist played by the guy who plays Jim in Friday Night Dinner. And
Oh, yeah.
similar sort of thing because he's bored, he's not paying attention. He's like writing his Christmas list or whatever whilst they're there.
Was it?
So, yeah, so it is. Yeah, in sitcom world, it has a bit of history.
Yeah.
The older
I mean,
psychiatrist.
it definitely suit oh god, Frank Spencer. What's it called?
Yeah, because he goes there saying he's a failure, and
Yeah.
like the guy says you're not, and then by the end of it he says yeah you are. I agree. You're
Yeah.
a failure. So-
But yeah, you could see it fitting in well with that, the
Yeah,
storylines.
yeah, but no, interesting. Okay, question 2. What is the name of Joanna Lumley's character?
It's Bunty Kennington Stroud.
Very good.
Yeah, I do like Bunty's, like we said before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not in it long, but I think
No,
she's such a good character.
not a name you hear very often anymore, is it? Well, I certainly don't.
No,
Anyway, but
no, like I said, it's a proper posh name in it, Bunty.
yeah. Okay, question 3. What does Harold use while sleepwalking to attempt to decapitate the old man? Is it a bread knife, an axe, a meat cleaver, or a saw?
It's a meat cleaver.
Meat cleaver. Very
Yeah,
good.
goes to
Yeah.
cut off his head.
Spot on. Yeah, he lines it up, doesn't he, with his hand?
His chicken neck. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, he lines it up, doesn't he? It's just as if he's gonna miss.
Yeah. Okay, question 4. What is Albert's reasoning for not taking a bath? So he says only take baths in the winter. But he says, and also,
does he say I'm gonna get dirty again
yeah,
anyway?
spot on, mate.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's literally it. You're gonna get dirty again, which is true, I suppose, isn't it? You know,
Doesn't he say? I'm sure I might have made this up. He says I have 1 bath in the winter and 2 in the summer, or something like that.
Like that, yeah.
But it reminds me of Rigsby that he goes, I have 1 bath a week, whether I need it or not.
Whether I need it or not, yeah, that's it. And also, Max in Phoenix, Max and Padre to Nowhere, I have a good stand-up wash in that sink.
Oh, once a week, yeah. Go stray dog's bath more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like the old school attitude in it, like men years ago didn't think they needed to bath. It was just like, no
deodorant. That was it. Literally just that's manly, isn't it? So.
My dad's still the same. I mean, he'll shower every day, but he won't put on any sort of scent.
Interesting.
If I spray a bit of scent or something, you go, oh, I don't want to smell like that. It's like, it's as if men have to smell like tobacco and sweat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, beer and
Yeah.
Okay, finally, what is the suspected source of the fleas? The fleas that infest the house at the end of the episode or the end of the flashback.
That's a good one. That is it. I mean, the old man thinks it's Miss Kennington Stroud's coat, but then was it a mattress or something he bought?
Oh, mate, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, the mattress. The guy said, Albert said the guy looked a bit. What was the word he used?
Kooky.
Oh, that was it. Something like that. Cootie or kooky, wasn't it? Yeah. I didn't like the look of the guy. So why did you buy a mattress off him then? And again, just the idea of an old mattress. I don't know, mate. Who's going to want that, really? You know,
second-hand mattress.
Barely new. Fair enough, but yeah.
Yeah, doesn't he? Because when he goes to buy round beds, and he's like, but Albert's like amazed. He said, "We're not going to find a bed off the round." He's like, "I'm not buying it off the round."
No, that one was from the round.
Yeah,
one that broke. Yeah, gosh. Good stuff, mate. 5 out of 5. Champion.
Yeah, that's good.
Very good, mate.
So, yeah, but no, I enjoyed. I think we haven't reviewed episodes for so long, have we?
No, it's nice to get back to it. We're doing films, haven't we, and chatting and whatever. But to actually go back and watch an episode, you never tire of them, do you? And
no.
In fact, when you said to me the day, let's do one, I was like spoiled for choice, thinking what could I pick? So I thought I'd pick something that, perhaps it wasn't one I'd have automatically would have gone for something in series 6 or 7, but I thought, no, we'll go back a bit earlier and do that. So now it's been enjoyable. Thank you.
Yeah, a little update on the socials. Anyway, we've got YouTube's going well. Anyway, I think we've gone to the dizzy heights of 128 subscribers.
Very good.
I put out a few shorts. I think we got 34 videos on there now.
Nice. That's good.
2 shorts. There's one to Carry On Screaming that we should be. I should do it once we're done. I'll release that one tonight.
Nice.
It's all edited. But again, keep in touch with us on the.
If you've got any other suggestions of things to talk about or whatever. Good stuff.
Right, I'm busting for the loo. I'm gonna.
All right, mate.
Recording.
Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Steptoe and Son. Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Stepod and Son.